Okay. So, my name is William. Today, we're talking about what does the Bible say about capitalism, okay? Now, what is capitalism? Well, and you might be thinking, right, the word capitalism is not found in the Bible. Right? Well, okay, so let me read this, okay? Now, capitalism looks to find genuine liberty. Daniel chapter 4, verse 32, the Most High ruleth the kingdom of men, whatsoever he will. Okay, so capitalism means to keep his earns and keep an all existent trade of man as allowed, heard, and keep what it means. This is biblical. And what happens is that greedy men with criminal minds will only hurt others for profits. High taxation comes in form of theft. When evil people are willing to sacrifice national sovereignty for profits, then capitalism cannot thrive, and there's nothing wrong with capitalism. It works fine in an honest system, but only in an honest system. But now allow monopolies to exalt foreign slave labor. There's no way that American companies can compete. When laws allow companies to relocate their labor overseas or in Mexico, then capital dies here at home, and companies are forced to also move jobs overseas and go under. Congress has betrayed the oath of office and sold out the American people into the economic slavery. I try hearing the foolish of the hatred against capitalism because it's been mislead that's being lied by communists. In communism, the government is God, and they provide the basic needs of the people. Vladimir Stalin, he could sum up communism in one statement: emergence is by poverty. For years, I couldn't grasp the meaning of that statement, but now I do. You see, the property is the owning of property rights. If you lose your land, you lose your rights too. If your ownership is private, it's banned, and then the government buys all the land and has all the rights over the people. Instead of owning your own home, you live in a government housing. Do as your landlord dictates. Yeah, I know. Communism, this is what China's like, but I live in the U.S. anyway. It has been engaged in the war between the government and versus the right of the states having the people in the past century. The states the people are losing. The government, the federal government, is in July 2012, is about to take away our guns. Those are American public. It will happen, I think, next 5 years. The United Nations Global Gun Ban Treaty is signed next week. Capitalism works on its system, but when evil remains within the system, we must keep in mind that since 1913, our entire banking system has been in the hands of the small private bankers. This became Carbone and Bugsy Mount. Look at the Sunday school teachers and the men of Federal Reserve Bank are more evil than can you imagine. The killing President John F. Kennedy and protect their interests. Kennedy was about to pass Presidential Directive and $11,110, effectively stopping bankers in their tracks. When Kennedy was murdered, the first thing Vice President Johnson was do away with the Directive 11,110. God sees their evil works, and hell will be filled with their kind. In Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 14. Reading capitalists have ruined America, and we have all needed. And that's not for all people. One car was enough. one house enough. We want to work in, and then we leave after work bankers. That system, our families starve and women don't work. Satan is a thief, liar, and criminal, and criminals. Satan came along in the 1960s and misled women to believe they are victims and target male chauvinists, and we wanted to keep oppression as housewives. That's what the serpent told Eve. The serpent told Eve that God was lying to her, holding the truth, and he got the power, free and lead her own life. Eve as one ate the forbidden fruit. The coincidence, Eve was allowed to make her own decisions for point on. But look at the human race millions later. People haven't making right decisions, and all mankind make right decisions to the world. But sin inspires was meant unthinkable acts of weakness. Our banks of piles are dead, bodies for World War and World War II. I was very sad at battles of the American Civil War, but the men caused them to kill each other, and always the falling of the orders in power. But people follow people in that's human nature. It's not difficult to see how Satan can easily take over society. People allow the television to control their thinking. Well, that's why you have to read the Bible. That's why. A few people advise them to read books, but people aren't dumb, not at all. It's just wisdom. And look up the dictionary meaning of stupid and several other words. The definition of average person is not stupid nor an idiot, although many such people have a society. A rich person are really thinkers of solutions. The problem is that people don't have wisdom, and Proverbs 44:7. The King James Bible says wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and they're all get understanding. Okay, man by nature lacks wisdom. God gives wisdom to his children. Apart from the gospel, and the Savior sends it to hell, there is no wisdom. And wisdom is from God above. Hence all instead of God's wisdom. And he comes by not, and counsel against the Lord. Thus, because reject God and rule over them by men, and because men are over his word, the Supreme Court engaged to kick God out, and in Vegas classrooms in 1863. And evil people sell boozing and sell families who destroy. Debate has got how much damage also has done to America, and consider the destructive parties add to what you do today, and only awful booze. And they say that alcohol is such a big majority of society social woes. Well, there's a lot of freedom I do want, okay? But I'll talk about that after I finish reading this, okay? Communism, socialism is eventually run out of people money. Now, communism is the outright theft. Now, the photo is accuracy that between socialism and communism. This company formerly takes steel as our transfer to the banks. It's poor theft. Using communism, it takes from rich and gives to the poor, but that's not the case at all. Communism is the rich stealing from the middle class and driving everyone into poverty. The banksters of liberty chance millions of American jobs, sending to foreign companies. Public and except for communism is about total control. For decades, Americans don't care because of us had jobs. Because most people that don't have jobs, to the economy gone to hell. People have finally waken up from this getting angry. Millions of U.S. citizens are losing their homes, just as a tragic story below. The woman would have lost her home if she had a job. But there are no jobs anymore. The consequences are social leaders were allowed. Corporations eliminated American jobs in decades finally caught up as a nation. Judgment Day is upon us, and there are no more jobs, there will be no recovery. America has become a third world nation strictly in poverty. And while the Bush family has brought up millions of dollars poverty, moved to South America, and the elite moving to America is because they see what is coming. And the following of the feudal subjects is a trend to story of Baltimore because also it sees to people are Bill, and it makes theirs or home. Hell will be hot. Well, yes. Okay, the police state will continue as the anti-American patriots of and security over borders, organization of police, and prejudice of citizens to constitutional rights, and continue on Obama's intensify. Now, the evils of communism. The communism is never established upon the faith in God, or our faith in government. Oppression in government, regulating brainwashed children through public schooling, and having taxed citizens toward capitalism and freedom. Communism is the end result of a moral society that abandons God. Communism is the devil. Is of the devil. Just as awards, lazy punishments and intelligent, and to give jobs, healthcare, education to loved ones, aid illegal immigrants is communism. And there is no rightful claim to wealth and hardworking American citizens, but the communist U.S. government just steals it and gives it to illegal immigrants, ought pretended and punished by law. Not only is our government betrayed us, allowing illegals to flood to America millions, it's about providing all the assistance by addition of $1 million to Mexico, yet American citizens are harassed by every penny, the old IRS, and the immediate citizens stop. America is being suffered within, and its politicians, that's what is America yet, manifold is chaotic, and believing that they leave America. Liars. Okay, the center bailout of citizens in the U.S. government and communism. Despite the bailout, 1 million Americans has lost their homes last year. This is madness. $1 trillion and spent war in Iraq could put just $4 million American homes to $250,000 each, and the recent forced state of the scam indeed is what the government's control of America's housing market. The first flank of Marxist communism is abolition or poverty. James Bovard has wisely stated. Government can control poverty without controlling people, and an extension of control over poverty instead gives citizens a rely on themselves, planning our own lives. We face a by poverty and political subjection. Now our Washington politicians have doubled the American national debt. The way you can and the money expert pockets resulting government will be face fist. James Bovard for the states. Governing marks the boundary between the citizens and the state, and the whole state right of well largely the autonomy depends the citizen has. Well, this is the thing of where America is headed to in the government. It's poverty business. Woe to America. At the end of communism, spiritual consequence disgrace the door. Okay, that's what's the difference. For words, serving against communism, it sounds great in theory, but in reality, it's only one succeed as sacrifice is if someone survives without succeeding. There's no feed in life. In life, someone has your prey. Okay. Okay, this thing too hard. Okay, realize America has government pays, but this at the end of it's great. It's great. So I'm just saying. So communism sounds like great in theory, but in reality, it gets into the outstanding of 2016. There's no free bills of life. Someone has to pay. Okay, despite the Beatles' hit song back in the USSR, more you don't know. The 1/3 of all Russians today think less than $30 a month. Whether they use $60 to survive. Does communism sound like a great idea? A lot of Americans, communists brought down poverty woes and high taxes, affordable health care insurance. It's going to inflation. You see the communist leaders always such high honk. Okay, and the citizen. So suppose Barack Obama is a wrong communist who vote to society parties as U.S. president. Here's what Dr. R. Rice has been about about social justice. Privatization is the ownership of capitalism, and it's towards the battle of better and go along. Let's provide ideas, but it's adopted. Right, so the days as people belong are in trouble, and as done in England and Russia. Or we remain pure type of safe for the American people for the time he takes office. Excuse me, but is given programs to the communist police state. And then call me his link. Okay, policies paralleling. Okay, policies paralleling communist China today. Okay, now Barack Obama is not a Christian in any biblical sense. That's anyone that said they Barack Obama is born again Christian. That's self-proof he is not just in a biblical sense. Following videos, if you want to know more about Barack Obama, and he has a whoop and she's clothing. Okay, psychopaths in the White House. Okay, one thing it's very important to leave in the U.S. media is the bubble that Americans do not receive its desire of the conditions in Palestine. When Palestinians are portrayed in the U.S. in news media, it's considered reported cases of Palestinian tourists. The fact that Palestinians have a history and culture and are removed from their lands, homes, and gunpoint and military camps, etc. Yes, MAU and the government of the Israeli group. It's not otherwise the British government. Against Barack Obama's man, and Barack Obama's okay. If blindness is likely to change, it's one of the likely of the state. Okay, I see us on TV. Okay, here's us TV. Okay, America's future now is in the hands of two psychopaths at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. President Barack Obama is really agent of Brown McCool. Okay, Emmanuel. Let's do America by 2012 and June 2009. Barack Obama takes the oath of office. Brown McCool and chief of both of this Mr. McCool and as of it's in the together. Barack Obama is charming because the president Obama has over monster control and the American public and since of us. The year should believe yes, unless it's by 2012 experience the final reconciliation of America. Okay. As a two segment at 600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Okay, and then Satan is the good of this. Satan is the god of this. Was second considered for verse 4 upwards through the organizations of the Americas Mr. President, so remembers. Just as that's just sick. There's no shame of Clinton. And can you imagine to teach Ronald that's okay to do something in Tibby's backside? Or that's okay for a boy to become a girl, and what has a good side of deteriorating? This is tragic. What child knows about God? Adam and Eve? And not Adam and Steve. Let's send our bunch of sickos. The young girls they want to have fun, but young girls today just want to party. Today young girls want to have a nightclub with 6 on 4 nightclub and then put on YouTube and they just get pregnant and have a baby and to put in a duster. And New America, New Borders, so no nations or borders. Our culture is what's putting down. That's America today. Well. Okay, Barack Obama's bad news. Homosexuality has flourished under Barack Obama's morality and variation of the next 48 years. Against the new anti-hate speech news. As Asian Christians have persecuted roughly Obama's administration. Such laws have been to Colorado. Outlawing biblical preaching businesses against homosexuality. The communism is the total violation of the right of free speech. Okay, the rights of the rights is not of the it does not grant rights to homosexuals, abortionists, witches, or other more groups than who do evil. So general freedom and to be faith to God. Obama's alliance is one name is Birdie. So was born in Kenya, became a citizen in Indonesia. This is what he knew elected Vice President Joe Biden has zero world order. Yeah, Joe Biden was president of the United States in the year 2024 anyway. This is the new Democratic Party, not the party of the 70s or 80s. This party of the new party of the. Okay, so it's a climax. Okay, now the Democratic Party has been appointed by the 70s or 80s as well adjusted to the rise of the New World Order. It's the Democrats of the Democrat Joe Biden. New World Order is a climax of the region of the Antichrist, the main organizing nut of the mention of the NWO, our leaders, in the public, and some in WO courts. I firmly believe the return of the Lord Jesus Christ, the rapture is, well, first of all, the rapture is not really imminent, okay? The rapture takes place, after the tribulation and before God's wrath. Okay, rapture takes place after the tribulation and before God's wrath. So that doesn't mean that this will be wrong about God's wrath anyway. Well, about the tribulation anyway. Things working. Is in to kill, destroy America's youth, and John chapter 10, verse 10. So because the lies have made it when you said and you said out were said at the hands of the return of the wicked. So life is so Randy, if I my people my hand and should know that I'm the Lord. And this is said day when America was known as communists elected to be president. Only God knows the evil will be unleashed by doing the next 40 years for the Barack Obama administration. She will first president in the United States, homosexuals will receive more rights. And goes doing. Okay. So these are its organization symbol force. President of the United States, homosexuals will have to receive more rights. Because honoring Bible believing she hating and solely Christians. The guys receive for American guns will hard for churches and their own license. Abortion rights will increase for the device. Okay. Device, pornography, feminism, evils makes it worse. Design. Here to make the cater of the ungodly. Okay, America once again given to the president provides communists of the world's women's seats clothing. Well, it's going to all day again and days, and it's doing a place so and maybe it's office the U.S. president of the believer institute and the world of Christian faith that's been sent against social and communism and punish as judgment becomes works just fine on honest system. The House of the President, Mr. Vice President is wrong as it's the morality principle of the coming of the public. Okay, so it's judgment. Okay, it's a rolling line, raging bear, and it's the ruler. Okay, Proverbs chapter 20, verse 15. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now freedom. Well, if you talk about giving children freedom, is first of all, the way I would take care of children is to give them healthy foods, wash their hands and stuff. I will also homeschool them because public schools are teaching them evolution anyway, and stuff. And if they're home all the time, they don't have to worry about wearing shoes. They can just be barefoot all the time. I'm always barefoot at home. Now, my mom gets me to wear shoes when I go to places because she won't let me go out anywhere outside barefoot. But once I get older and once I have my own, I want to become independent, then I'll go outside barefoot because I'll be independent. I'll be on my own and nobody will. And if someone does come at me, I'm not gonna care because I'll be myself in my home anyway. So when I get older anyway. But that would happen when I get older anyway. But once I start working anyway. Well, if I had children and I want to take them to a park, I would take them to a park barefoot and then play on the playground barefoot. Because that's why I try to be natural and stuff, okay? Anyway. Okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be talking about being barefoot some other time. I think it's on season in 2025 that's why I talk about being barefoot, okay? Yeah. But now I want to be free to do a lot of things, okay, when I become independent, read the Bible, playing video games, be barefoot. Be barefoot most of the time, like be barefoot at home. And I know once I become independent, I want to be barefoot outside, so I can, be barefoot at the park. Go to places barefoot where it doesn't require shoes anyway, because I want to be barefoot all the time. Most of the time, that's why. Well, at places that don't require shoes, and that's what I'll do when I become independent anyway. Yeah, independent. I'm gonna say is anyway. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll show you my feet later when I talk about being barefoot and stuff. So, I'm not gonna do that right now anyway. So, what the next video is called is what does the Bible say about ghosts? And I'll talk about that in the next video. Okay? Yeah, because it's gonna go right now. So, capitalism is correct. Okay? And true democracy, and also it's from theocracy, and that's from Jesus Christ anyway. Yes, and that's what true capitalism is. True capitalism is from Jesus Christ anyway. You know, and that's what I believe anyway. And that's why I believe the Bible. You know, the Bible is true anyway. And I'll talk about the next video is called What's Best About Ghosts. I'll talk about that next video anyway, because I have to go right now. But thank you for watching this video, pictures. Bye. Okay, see you later. Goodbye, adios, Zai Chan.